It's Wednesday. Time to talk about money. How much do you know about stocks or IRAs? When was the last time you wrote up a business plan? If you answered no or kinda to either of those questions, you're in luck, and not just because it's St. Patty's Day. There is a sister-brother team who can help us all up our financial literacy game.
Since starting, we have a return of 21%. That's like 11 points better than the S&P 500, also known as Standard & Poor's. Find out how we do it and subscribe. You can become a Stock Up Kid too. Come follow us.
I mean, I'm in formation following them. Yes, the siblings helping us understand our finances are Spirit and Kali Rahman. They're joining us live this morning. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. How are you doing this morning?
Good. Thank you for having us.
Of course. Just out of curiosity, how old were you when you first started investing?
I was 7 years old when we first started.
And I was 9 years old when we first started.
And at the tender age of 7 and 9, what did you know about finances and stocks?
When we first started, I don't think we really knew much, but then we started to grow, and now we are where we are right now.
Yeah, our parents always really taught us about money, so we knew a great deal about money. But when we first started, we really started paper trading.
Paper trading. And for those of us who don't know what paper trading is, can you explain?
Yes, paper trading is when you pick a company or pick a stock and look up if it has good earnings, and you're trading a stock without real money. So it's no money, not at all. Yeah.
Interesting. So what was the first stock that you bought?
Well, for paper trading,
Yes.
we did a couple. We did like McDonald's, like stuff that we knew. McDonald's, Microsoft, Coca-Cola, Nike. But for real money, we don't really share that stuff, so.
Oh, understood. Understood. I will be sure to sign an NDA when we're done with this segment. So I kid because I'm standing incredulously in front of you because the two of you are really such an example of what all of us should be doing with our children. I'm the mommy of 2 boys, and I can tell you they don't know anything about this that you know. But I want to talk to you about the fact that you did this because in part you understand that there is a huge wealth gap here in the United States. What is your understanding of that? And how is what you're doing trying to help that?
So we know that the wealth gap is the gap between the rich and the poor, and we're trying to just get rid of that wealth gap before it gets bigger. And we don't want there to be a lot of poor, and we just want to help everyone in this situation. We just want to help everyone because then a lot of people will become poor and they could steal from the rich, and it would just be bad.
Yeah, just a whole lot of horrible things happening to poor people. And we just want to, like she said, just to minimize that gap and help people on that poor side become, educated and rich. Yeah.
I love this. So in part of Stock Up Kids, after you did your first paper trade and you started to do online trading, you decided to start a financial literacy company. That's exactly what Stock Up Kids is. So tell us a little bit about that. What do you do there?
So Stock Up Kids is an investment company where we trade stocks and options, and we teach kids and adults how to trade stocks and options. And we go across the country teaching kids. We went to Morehouse College in Atlanta, Georgia, teaching kids. We're local in Baltimore, Maryland, and so we go across the city, go to inner city schools and teach elementary kids and even high school kids how to trade stocks.
This is so impressive. I'd like to bring in my team because there are some questions from some folks here. And Ben, I think you had one, yes?
Is it too late to ride the Bitcoin wave? Can I get rich through Bitcoin anymore, or is that over? Is that too expensive?
Oh, Bitcoin's very expensive, so you got the money.
All right. Should I buy GameStop? Is this over? What's up with the GameStop craze?
So GameStop was a really crazy thing. So we wouldn't buy it anymore. It's over. So what we would really call it is like a frenzy. It was a trend. It wasn't anything that you really should have bought into. It was a pump and dump. So what the Redditors did was they bought into it, bought into it
Yeah.
to make a lot of money and told people to buy into it so it would increase their profit. And then they would get out so that so that when everybody else got out, it would be less of a loss.
Yeah,
And
pump
we
and
have a
dump.
full
Pump and dump.
I like that. Hey, what about AMC? Because AMC took the same ride with GameStop, but we're seeing those theaters open up around the nation. Is that something we should think about?
Still, it's a little risky. We have to, you have to look at the charting. You have to look at a whole bunch of things, the fundamentals, all that. So, I mean, if everything checks out, then, it's still.
I love these two.
You know what?
waiting
We're
to see it
hitting,
unfold.
we're
hired.
hitting you
Too.
guys with some pretty hard questions
You're
about
hired.
specific stocks.
I
You're doing
love these two.
fantastic.
Okay, can you just be kids for 2 seconds? Is that okay?
What's TikTok?
Sure.
What do you do when you're not talking about finances?
We go to school. We hang out with our friends. We go on our phones.
Yeah, style and
Very
model.
fashionable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do your teachers?
yeah.
Do your teachers ask you for stock advice?
Sometimes they do. Yeah.
Extra credit.
They have seen our other news clips and our radio show clips, so stuff like that, and our YouTube. Yes.
So what's your goal here when you grow up? I mean, like, is there a role model or some kind of idea of what you want to be?
Wolf of Wall
I
Street.
want to be on the Ellen Show. I want to be on the Ellen Show because of this. Like, I want to talk about soccer kids on the Ellen Show.
Oh, okay. You can put that out there.
Yes.
All right. Well, we'll make sure to post this.
I'll call Ellen.
Yeah, we're going to
Let's-
text
let's-
Ellen right
Thank
now.
you.
Let's
call her
make
for
this
you.
happen. Well, thank you both so much for taking time out of your very busy schedules. We appreciate it, and we
Thank
wish you
you for having
we
us.
wish you the best of luck.
Yeah.
Tell your parents they done good.
Good job. Yes.
Nice.
Thank
Thank you.
Stock up, kids. Go check them out now. Run, don't walk.
Yeah, seriously. Love
I
them.
am so impressed by them.
Love
I mean, 'cause
'em.
seriously, we were asking with serious
Those are
stock
hard
issues,
questions.
and
You
they
know.
knew.
GameStop was a pump and dump.
It was a
Pump and
pump and
dump.
dump.
That's what I was
Yeah,
saying.
look
My
at the
first paper
fundamentals.
trade. I mean, are we talking paper trades? Here? What are we talking
know what
about?
that
Fundamentals
means.
of it all.
My first paper. I don't even know what that means.
I love, but you know what? It's so important. I really applaud their parent. Shout out to their dad, Gary, who we've been in communication with. But I didn't have anyone who told me about money. And
Still
I know,
don't.
Dan, you
No.
had a very different experience. So I got a credit card. I was like, yay! Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. And then I was like, oh.
Oh, you have to pay this.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
have to pay. So I love that they're going across the country and talking
Yeah.
to their peers because it's important.
My experience was a little different, only in the sense that, like, my parents instilled in me in a young age about getting a job to save money. However, Marysol, the credit card thing is a whole different story because they fly at you in college when your
don't
parents
they?
are nowhere
You
to
get
be
like-
seen.
They have a
Nothing.
table at the orientation.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Here's Discover. Here's,
And there you go, and that's where the trouble begins. But there should, like, Ben and I have talked about this. There should be a class on all things, right?
Yeah.
Stock market should be a thing. There should
Your
be
money.
classes
The
on
basics of
exactly on the
trading.
basics of life.
Yeah.